Yo, the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Smashcast Live or its affiliates.
Finally TV.
I struggle with addiction and alcoholism, so
This is an ugly nigga, bro.
How you feel your boy's soul got sucked, boss?
the podcast.
Creating the demise of humanity.
Booga booga doo, nigga.
It's hard work, man, like you said, but he says, good looks, my nigga. I'm like, nah, I said, do me a favor, make sure you never call me that anymore.
Situation here, Lord. We ask that the right words are said and the right words are heard. We ask that all things are done for the goodness of you, oh God. And we ask that you just bless this situation here today. In Jesus' name we pray.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Oh, because I was gonna say, I was like, wait, why did we get that on?
We could have had it on there.
We could have had it on. No, I turned it on.
I always pray, bro.
Yeah.
I can't tell you I pray for everything because you know what? That's real.
Word.
That's real.
No, because I was
You
thinking.
know, I want the best that I can get. You know, and I want everything to work.
I fuck with that. Word. It was different. It was different. It could have been something.
That's, what is it, 25 push-ups?
Yeah.
25?
Exactly.
Got you. It is what it is. 25 push-ups. That's easy. Easy money.
Dang, bro. What's going on, y'all? It's your man Smash coming at you with another episode of the Smashcast Live. We out here in Newburgh, New York.
Feel me?
Hook Elite Gym with...
Hook Elite Boxing Ministry.
Right.
Boxing Ministry.
Hook Elite Boxing Ministry.
Hook Elite.
Elite.
Hook Elite Boxing Ministry.
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody at the door.
Ask them what they want. Who? Can you handle it? All right.
Appreciate that. Offer. I do. Hey, I'm sorry. Please, so, please, introduce yourself. Oh, man. I'm sorry, hold on. Ike, Ike Dixon here, too.
Always.
You know.
Always.
And Lee, what's your full name, man?
My full name? Leonard Lee.
Leonard Lee.
Yes.
All right. So introduce yourself to the audience right quick, sir.
How you guys doing? My name is Coach Leonard Lee. I'm the head coach for the Hook Elite Boxing Ministry. I live in the city of Newburgh. I love these youth. My thing is to make good, sound youth. That's what it is.
For the children.
Word.
It's the future.
I'm going to ask you, bring that camera to you. I know you're cool, but just...
Camera or mic?
Not the camera, the mic.
The mic?
Yeah. Grab that mic.
Do you need the mic? Mic a little closer?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'm
can
good.
hold it to you. You can hold it in the stand.
I'm
However
good.
one you choose, boss.
No word.
All right, so boom. All right, so we out here. So all right, you were so for anybody that don't know you, you call this a ministry too?
Yes, I do.
You so you're like we got to talking last week before we came through. You're a whole deacon.
Yes, I am.
You're a pro boxing coach, right?
I'm a pro boxing coach. I'm a coach, period. Coach in life. Athletic coach.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
And
No, I'm just giving the slack.
I try to do the right thing on a daily basis. When you do the right thing, the next right thing will happen. So that's what I try to do.
Right. So, what does that include?
Live right. You know right from wrong, don't you? You know when you're sticking your hand in the fire and you shouldn't? I try not to do that. I try to live right. And I'm not perfect, but that's what I do. And I try to teach my children that I teach how to box to live right.
Like live right in a sense of actual health and wellness.
All right, if your parents tell you to get up and go to school in the morning, go to school, don't play hooky. If your parents tell you to wash the dishes at night, wash the dishes. If you know that you need to do something in life that's correct, you do it. Parents tell you to stay off the corner selling drugs, don't do it. If you know selling drugs is wrong, why would you do it? You know,
Well, yeah, ask.
I mean, you know, some people don't know wrong from right.
Right.
That's why I asked you, you know wrong from right, don't you?
Me. Yeah.
So
yeah.
guess what? Instead of going left, we want to go right. So I try to base my living on that, just doing the next right thing in life. You know, sometimes I see things the old way, and for me that was the wrong way. You know, my past was wrong, so I try to focus on doing the right thing.
All right. So then what came first, being a deacon or being a boxer?
Loving the Lord, loving God first. Being a deacon and being a boxing coach is basically the same thing. Maybe a little, even for me, it's the same thing because I'm spirit. I try to be spiritual at everything that I do. You know, I'm a deacon and I need to serve those less fortunate. I need to serve the widows. I need to serve my church members. That's what I do. It can be said in a different way, but I'm just trying to give it to you just out. I assist my pastor, which will give him more time for study. So I take care of church members, the widows, people who are in need. That's what I do. If people need to call me and ask me some things, I try to assist them. Same thing with the boxing, with the kids. I try to do what's right by them, you know. They come in here, sometimes they're hungry. I feed them. Sometimes they're angry. I talk to them, you know. He knows. He's been in here. And I go out my way for them because I remember when I was a child and I used to box. I remember some of the things that I went through as a child, in and out of court, doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing, you know. So I can relate to a lot of situations, and I try to prevent them by teaching these kids the right way to go. At least I tell them. Not all of them take it, but at least I tell them. Am I telling it right? 'Cause you used to be in this
No, you know, that's facts. Nah, he ain't lying. He dead ass ain't lying. I was here a couple of years ago. No, I know what I'm
like
saying.
50 now.
Listen, it flows out. My bad.
Bro. Like you're not.
Aye, bro. Aye. But he right though. He definitely right. It's been a minute since I've been up in here. You know what I mean? But word, he for the children. That's how it's been like.
I'm trying to make champions, not just champions in boxing, champions in life. I'm trying to help change our situation in our neighborhood, in our community. You know, there's a lot of things that go on in our community that, you know, that's not right. And personally, I think it starts in the home. But, you know, you can't tell a grown man and a grown woman how to raise their child. You know, so I try to lead by an example and rules and regulations in this gym. A lot of people say I'm lacking that because my kids are crazy or whatever, but I love them. I love these kids, and I just want to see them become better people. So I try to do the right thing and lead by example.
They say you're lacking?
Lacking, yeah.
Like, cause your kids, cause you.
My kids are bad. Yeah. My kids are wild. But guess what? Elijah Williams is an example.
Shouts out my son.
Emmanuel Jones is an example.
Mm-hmm.
Bam Bam, what is his first name? Oh, Lord. Well, Bam Bam is an example. I have a lot of kids that's example. Dan Fitzgerald, you know, he's a state trooper. Elijah is doing well. He just turned pro.
Wait, Dan's a state trooper now?
Yes, he is.
White boy Dan?
White boy Dan.
What?
Yeah, and his brother Matt is a police officer, New York City police officer.
What, little
Yeah,
Matt?
Little Matt. Yeah. So it's all right. Then you got Bam Bam, who's in college out in Georgia, and you got Emmanuel. He works for the city. These are the kids. A lot of these kids come out of my gym, and I try to teach them to do what's right. I done what was wrong, so I know when you're doing something crazy. So I try to keep you from going that route.
'How old are you?
63.
63. So you seen it.
I've seen a lot.
You seen it.
I've seen a lot. I haven't seen it all, but I've seen a lot.
Okay. Anything in particular that you've seen?
What do you mean by that?
Like, you would. So okay. You told me last week. You raised by your grandmother. She was a pastor, right?
No, she was a minister.
She was a minister, and then you were in and out of the system, right?
Yeah.
So
I did 4 bids. So
I meant system. Hold on. I meant system as in CPS.
Foster.
Yeah, foster care.
oh no.
No.
Never. I never told you that.
Right.
I never was in.
I'm trying to remember.
I never was in foster care.
Nah, he said he been
No, that-
locked up.
Right. That.
Yeah. Never was in foster care, bro.
No, I know you. I'm trying to remember, 'cause I
My
was
gra-
trying
my grandmama wouldn't let that. She wouldn't let that happen.
Got you. So then what was you? Can you say what you were in prison for? Or no.
Drugs, armed robbery, assault,
Oh, word.
Just the basic stuff.
youthful things that young men do.
Dumb shit.
When they
I mean,
yeah
so
when they yeah you owe me one. When they
it is what it is.
when they trying to live street life. I'm doing a podcast.
Word. So it's like, so just you've done a lot of stupid stuff,
Yes, I have.
and so you got 4 bids. So how'd you get out?
How'd I get out?
Yeah.
Doing his 4 bids.
I didn't.
No, I'm saying, listen. No. Listen.
You're talking about after 3, I should have been locked down.
That's basically
That's what you're talking
that's
about.
the whole thing where it's like you hear 3 strikes you out,
Listen,
and I hear 4. I'm like, huh?
I did 4 bids. Listen, the thing is, after 10 years, you start over.
Yeah, they ain't know what you call it.
So I didn't do 4 consecutive bids. I learned a little from each one. I did two bids back to back, and I ended up doing another one. And then that's when I became a deacon afterwards. Then I fell. I fell from the church. I left the church, went back to the street, and I ended up back in prison.
Whole nother bed.
Whole nother bid. So, my last bid, I believe I woke up.
The last one.
My last bid, I woke up.
Okay, so that 4th strike is what got you.
Well, actually, it wasn't prison that got me. It was my situation. I'm locked up, and I'm away from my loved ones. And I'm beginning to realize that I can't do nothing for them if I'm locked up somewhere and they need me. At one point, my daughter was sick. They brought me down to the captain's office, and my wife and the doctor was on the phone. Gave me the phone in the captain's office. And I don't know how this got done, but they did it like that. And I could hear my daughter in the background saying, "I want my dad." I'm stupid. It just hit me that I was so stupid. I didn't have to be there. I was doing fine. I was in the church. I had just been ordained as a deacon like 3 years prior. I'm doing well, coaching kids with the basketball and all that type of stuff, you know? Doing well, and I had to go back to the streets, thinking I'm smarter than everybody else. So I ended up back in prison, and my daughter got sick while I was in prison, and it hurt to hear her saying, I want my dad. I want my dad. I'm walking back to the yard, and, you know, tears came up in me because I felt stupid. I really felt stupid. And I just told God, please accept me back. I promised him that I would service him until the day I die. And I mean that. As I say this on this podcast, that's what I'm going to do. Service him through these youth and doing what's right. And I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect, but I'm going to strive to be that way. I want to strive to do what's right in life. That's just all to it. You know, I've done a lot. I've done a lot, bro. When I say a lot, I've done a lot. And I'm just thankful that he allowed me to experience what I have in order to service him.
Oh, word.
Because I could be dead. I could be doing life in jail, you know? And I'm not. And I'm thankful for that.
I'm sorry, man. Can you,
It'll stop ringing.
all right. So after, so then what exactly happened right after that, though? Like you got out, your daughter's sick.
No, what happened, what happened, I asked God that if you got her, I got you. And I think it was a week and a half, 2 weeks. She was good. You know, she was still in the hospital or she was still down, but she wasn't dead, you know? And I kept my promise when I got out of prison. I went and got my KSAC. I went to college. I got my social science degree. I got this gym. As a matter of fact, I started working in Newburgh boxing gym with Ray Rivera. He kicked me out of his gym because we didn't agree on something. I'm 63, he 40-something. At that particular time, I think I was in my 50s. In my early 50s at that particular time, or mid 50s. But he was a lot younger than me. And I started boxing when I was around 7 or 8.
And when'd you get out of prison?
Huh?
When'd you get out of prison?
Ooh.
Like out, I mean like.
09.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
09.
And how old were you?
I was about 52.
Okay, so
yeah,
this is happening right after each other. Like,
Yeah,
Okay, so you get out 09 and then you link up with your man and then y'all have a difference of. how
Yeah,
to
we
run
had
the
a
business.
difference, and he kicked me out of his gym, told me to find my own gym. And actually I started in the backyard. My sister made me use her garages. She had a
3-car garage.
3-car garage, and I was using her garages to train kids. Because when I left his gym, some of the kids came with me. And then I'm in church, and one of the people in the church was a director for the recreation park. And she asked me if I wanted some space to train my kids. This is all God, believe me, because it came out of nowhere. And I said, yeah. And that's where I found this building. That's how I got this building, because they were using it for storage. And she said if I clean it out, I could use it. But actually, it was more so renting it, because I think I paid like $200 a month, $250 a month.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah,
That's dirt.
it was a blessing.
Word.
And later on, I think the city gave somebody else a building for $1 and I started complaining. I got all these kids, and you making me pay all this money, and so I think that's what happened. I stopped paying, or they stopped asking me for money, and I've been here ever since. And
My son don't gotta pay the rent.
You ain't gotta pay rent.
It's here, nah. It's
in
a
the
community
This is the city.
shit.
I service these children.
Yeah,
I take care of their
it's a
children
community
on
thing.
a daily basis. This is a blessing for me, and I realize that. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus I'm nonprofit,
Right.
No word.
so that works out for me.
That's a bunch of legal. I'm not prepared to talk about. I'll admit that. I mean, but that's the whole thing though. When because I've heard stories like that where guys they've been messing up, they get in the penitentiary, they get in prison, and
Sometimes it's a lesson, bro. Sometimes it's a spiritual beating. You know, some of us need that. For me, that last bit saved my life, bro. I'm just saying it saved my life. I'm not saying that God put me there because I put myself there. What I'm saying, that the Lord allowed that to happen so I can
Learn from
see
it.
learn from it, do what's right, man. And I'm just thankful that He allowed me to do the right thing, because it could have took me on out of here, or could have put me in there forever. You know, I mean,
That's 4 beds. 4 of them.
well,
You should be
actually, that last bid had became my first bid again.
I mean, yeah.
so
It's the
wrapped
start
around
over. It was
itself?
the
It's
start over.
cycled itself?
Yeah. It was the
Became
start
my
over.
first bid again was to start over. So,
First.
You know.
Facts.
So because I'm saying it's
because
like
I mean, remember, I told you I had got out and got into the church. I was,
And you was good
and
for
I
like
had
3
been
years.
out for I had been out for like over 10 years.
Over 10? Oh shit.
Yeah, I've been out for like over 10 years.
75.
You know? So that made that next bid my first bid again.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So
So when dudes are in there, some of them, not all of them, as we know. I
we
heard
talking about boxing or we talking about prison?
prison. Talk about prison record. We can
Now we
boxing
talking about
second.
prison now?
We're talking. I mean, we can do both.
Okay.
Because it's like the journey. Because the journey from you messing up, you goofing, you doing whatever, living that lifestyle, and then you get into penitentiary. And then you
My
feel
thing
this-
is, I don't want to get so where I'm glorifying that.
I'm not glorifying. it.
Okay.
I just hear the stories about how dudes, and then they feel they needed that, like you said, to get that kick in the pants, to
Yeah.
get it together. However it happens, like you
Yeah.
just said, your daughter. I heard another story about how a dude just said, you know what, if I can get it together, this is it. Like I've heard that. I've heard stories like that before. So I'm not
Okay.
glorifying it. I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
I've heard that sort of thing before, where it's like it's not the end all be all, and some people need to hear that.
Oh, word.
You know,
No, it's never the end all be all. You know. I agree. Some of us need that. We need that spanking. Some of us need that mentally spanking. You know what I'm saying? Because it was hard. It was hard for me to get it for some reason. You know, I just thought I could beat the system. I just thought I can, do it better. And, I've known some people who are living well right now. Never got caught. They're doing good. But that wasn't for me. That wasn't what the Lord had for me. And I should have realized that, I should have.
so you get out. Your daughter got better.
My daughter was better. She got better while I was in there. And there's a few people can witness to this. I told them, I'm through. I'm finished. I said, listen, man, I'm serving God.
Right.
Some of the guys that was locked up with me started calling me preacher and all that type of stuff because I tried to get focused in there, not when I got out here, in there. So as I got out here,
You was ready.
I'm
Oh, word.
I just wanted to do the right thing, bro.
Right.
And I wanted the Lord to just bless me. And He has. No, I'm not a millionaire. No, I'm not all this. But one thing I am,
A champion
I'm a
maker.
child of God. And I love this boxing, bro. I love teaching these kids. I love seeing them go from not knowing to knowing how to do something, you know? I love seeing them grow and in boxing and in maturity. And when a kid comes back to me, whether he's in college or whether he's married or whatever, and tells me he's doing good, you know, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel that I've done something right, you know, and you know, it just makes me feel good inside. When I can hear somebody say that they're all right, Lee, thanks, you know, and it just makes me feel good inside, bro.
So you've been boxing. You say you was boxing since you was
7, 8.
Since you was
Yeah,
7, 8.
I started when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Hobbyist,
Huh?
hobbyist, or you was just.
No, well, my intentions was to turn pro, but I never did. You know, I fought a lot of people in and out the game. I played football, ran some track, you know, during my junior high and high school years. And I even went off to college. I boxed while I was in college. I boxed out of Fort Pierce, Sunshine Games. A few things that I've done, but you know, as much as I loved it, I think I loved the street just as much. And I've always did some stupid stuff, because I grew up that way. I grew up seeing older cousins, uncles, you know,
Doing their
stepfathers,
thing.
people selling drugs. That's how I grew up, you know, and my mindset was all screwed up, man. It was, you know, so.
So it was a sport for you, a pastime and a playtime before it was a profession.
Yeah.
And then, so when did it actually become a profession? Like like when you started getting the gym together, or?
Well, actually, I love boxing, bro. I didn't say I didn't love it. I just couldn't get it right.
Well,
And
that's what I'm saying.
when I was locked up, that's what I chose to do. Teach kids how to box.
Okay.
I teach kids how to box. My thing was to get out, give me a gym, teach kids how to box, get an after school program, you know, a barber school, a studio. Yeah, these are the things that kids like, brother, whether you know it or not.
Barber school.
Barber school. Kids like to look
They
good.
like to look nice.
You don't
Get
notice?
their
They
shit
like to.
on.
No,
you
I
know?
know they like to look
But
nice. I'm
but
like,
but the
school?
barber school, because I give them a trade. I give them a trade for the
It
rest
is
of their
a
life.
trade. It's a trade. You make your own money. You get to set your prices and all that. Your own prices and all. So I respect that.
A
Word.
resource center to help kids get into college, help them find jobs. You know, I'm giving all my secrets away. Somebody might be doing and get all of this. Anyway,
Nah, it's because not nowadays that's being pushed
yeah.
to where you gotta like do all that. Like
Yeah.
you have to have a backup plan, especially out of school.
Yeah.
Like you know, like after.
I mean, other than boxing, those things would have been good, you know, to help a kid get in college, help them find a, you know, with a resource center, you know, that would do fine, you know. Oh man, this guy's steady calling me.
I'm like, can you like tell him to just like call back in 2 hours or so, cause it's like it's gonna mess up the show, bro.
You said 2 hours?
I go
It ain't gonna be 2
I'm
hours.
like, yo, man.
Yo, what up, Ant?
I'm right here. What's up?
Anthony?
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't answer. I must have hung up on her. Anthony, can I call you back? Yeah, can you hear me? Anthony, yeah.
We still pause? Or is it still rolling? Bum, da-da-dum, dum,
Okay.
da-da-dum. When you gonna get in this ring
Okay.
with me, son?
Me?
Yes, you.
Show, bro. You must stop fucking.
Is that facts?
Maybe.
Listen, Anthony, I'm doing a podcast
Say
right
less.
now. Can I call?
So I'll put in, you better put in some work.
I'm sorry, man. I apologize for that, bro.
Word. Good, bro. I mean,
Word.
so long we got that, you know, So long as man knows what's up, it's all good.
Where?
You know, I said I'm tired of you. Stop asking me when I'm gonna get in the ring with you, bro.
Hi, bro.
Stop asking me, bro.
I'll stop.
Get in the ring with you?
Okay, he been on my nuts
Nah,
about
bro.
that,
Listen, bro. He talks he talks crazy, bro. He be talking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? He be talking crazy,
tired of
and
you.
I'm like, yo, pull up in the ring. Like, come on, we here.
He got you
feel
by
me?
100, maybe 150 pounds, it look like.
He ain't quick.
He ain't quick?
He ain't
No,
quick.
I'm a counter fighter. I sit there, so kids get out and pop one off.
He ain't quick enough to counter me.
Okay.
All right, bro. All right, bro. All right, bro.
Listen.
Cause listen, I told him when we did Kareem, when we did Kareem's gym, when we was at APJ, I did a couple of their classes. I'm like, bro, listen, I get in that ring, bro. I start training with Ty and Amelia, bro. You're done.
Okay.
You're done. Cause you had to practice. You're old and you're washed up.
Nah, I won't say that, but I would like you to come in the ring with me, and we could talk like that.
He ain't that old, bro. He's
You
a
feel me?
youngster.
You're
Feel
old,
me?
Bro, you're done.
I used to be bullying folk. Like what? I was 17, 18 years old bullying folk. Stop playing with me.
Bro, I don't care, bro. It is what it is, bro.
Nah, but word.
I'm a counter fighter, bro.
Alright, bro. Whatever, bro.
All right, bro. Cause you understand. Cause he be talking about you a lot, man. When we was young, especially when we was younger and everything, and then like even to this day, he still brings you up from time to time, but not as much now. But he still talks about you, and he'll be like,
Cause he got my hands
I
right.
don't care. Listen,
He got my hands
I don't
right.
care.
That's real facts.
When we over the summer, COVID summer, like we was having problems and everything. We were working. We had some things to work out between each other.
Did you
And
spank him?
I had to.
He never ever wanted to
What is
stay there for at least. He never gave me 3 minutes. You know what I'm
You
saying?
didn't ask for 3 minutes. I asked for a
listen.
Well,
minute.
does it take 3 minutes to get spanked?
It takes about
Or to
10.
spank somebody?
All I need is 20 with him. 20 seconds.
What is it?
20 seconds.
You had
Tops.
20 seconds?
You had
20 seconds.
You
And
had
and he complained.
I didn't complain.
And he complained
Nah,
about
you
it.
know
He
what?
complained
While we were
about
training-
it.
while we were training- While we were training.
Traded. Sparring. We're sparring.
It's been
This
years.
is
Do they
sparring.
do this all the time?
It's been years.
They do this all the time? Yeah, they good friends.
It's been years. It's been years since I've been in the ring, right? Since I've thrown some shots. And then this dude is out here. He's
here.
like, he just wants to go. He's just like, yo, let's get in. Let's get ready. I'm like, bro, you know how long it's been since I actually boxed? Let me work
Bro,
on my
listen,
punches.
and mind you, I
Let
wasn't
me
even
work my
boxing him
stuff-
at this
let me work
point.
my stuff
Mind
out.
you, I wasn't
And
even
then he's
boxing him.
just
I
like,
had
let me
one
get
of
in.
my boys
Let me
because,
get it in.
bro,
Let me
listen,
get it in, bro.
he ain't telling you.
That's all it
He
is.
ain't telling you the
That's the
full
whole
shit.
story.
He ain't telling you
And
the
then when
full
he actually
story.
does what I
Nah,
want him
bro.
to do, he
Nah,
looks at me all
bro.
melancholy.
Nah,
I don't wanna live
bro.
life no more
Listen,
kind of face.
are you done?
I'm like, no,
Are you done?
No, are you done?
He
Are
ain't
you
telling the
finished?
full story.
That's the story.
Alright, basically, right?
With you.
I wanted to have a whole like little sparring training thing going on. You feel me? Motherfucking, we get to this little park or whatever. Motherfucking, so
That's like 100 already.
100. My bad. I
get 'em before you leave?
You won't get all of them. You won't get all of them. I'll come back here and give you some more. You know what I'm saying? But basically, I had this dude Travis. Now this dude Travis, he's like what 6? Not this big, 6'8", around there.
6'8"?
Yeah, that's 6'8". He's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't have any sparring partners, so I would spar him, you know what I mean? Try to get my head movement up, you know, defense and stuff like that, you know, what a huge dude. So, boy, I'm like, yo, I need more sparring partners. He finally wants to go, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to train with y'all. I got this dude, Travis, and him ready to you know, go at it. And my son, Travis, he's beating his face in until he gets mad and actually swings back. Like, he gives him a nice swing. Like, bro, I never seen him punch anybody in my life. And bro, it was probably the most swiftest right hook I ever seen him even throw. And he hit, bro. Imagine a 6'8" dude head going way back just because of this dude fist, you know? But he was upset, and I'm just like, yo, bro.
I told him not to hit me. I didn't want to get hit at that moment. I wanted to only work on my hits. Because I only wanted to work on my shots because I haven't worked on them in forever.
You told him not to hit you.
I said, just stand there and let me
But you
just
was
go.
hitting him.
No, that's not. I wasn't hitting him. I said,
He
bro.
hit him.
I said,
He
I just
hit him
wanted to work.
crazy.
I said, I just want to work mitts. And then he kept hitting
Oh,
me.
you mean with the
He-
mitts?
but we ain't got
No,
mitts.
we ain't got mitts.
What
I
is he
said-
talking
so
about?
I said, just listen, just stay there, work on your defense while I do my little offense so I can get back into the feel of things. That's what I wanted. Not mitts. We didn't have the mitts. I just wanted to practice right quick before we actually threw something at each other. And then he didn't listen to me. He didn't listen.
It's not me.
He didn't,
Travis ain't listen to you.
You don't listen either. Why I don't box
If that
you?
was
Why
if
I
that
don't
was
spar with
bro,
you? I don't
listen.
spar with you because you play too much and you in the home. I'll do 75. It's hard for boxing, Lee, and it's hard to play with him, man. It's hard to spar him. It's hard.
I don't even.
I'll admit it.
Listen.
That's why I don't do it.
Mind you, I'm not even throwing hands
He
at
said,
the
I'm not
dude.
throwing hands
I
at
ain't
the
even
dude.
throwing punches
I tell
at
you,
him.
I try to tell you.
I'm working defense.
Let me do me, and then you look at me like I just asked for your first ball.
I now listen. I even sparred his brother, and you won't get no. I ain't get no complaints from him. Nothing like that.
Did you beat him up?
I'm swift. I'm a little swifter than I. You know what I'm saying? I spar different people. I even sparred.
I hear you.
I sparred the coach and all that. The coach and
APJ.
APJ.
Who, Kareem?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that fight? I'll say
Yeah. I sparred him and all that. Like
Kareem spanked you?
I ain't saying he
No, 'cause
spanked
it-
me.
listen,
I ain't saying he
it-
spanked.
it-
Now this is where he comes in. This is where he comes in and tells you about the McDonald's thing.
because you over here, you come here with the Mick coffee, right? And I'm
It's a big
I
coffee.
don't know what this is called. I don't care. You come in with the Mick coffee, and I'm looking at you. Like, wait a minute, you a whole coach, sir. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Why you eating at McDonald's? Because then check this. When we went to do the Kareem thing, to do his podcast first, we did a sparring match right after with Mans. And then on our way there, he's like, "Yo, stop at a McDonald's right quick." I'm like, "McDonald's? You about to go spar? You ain't got it. You were not supposed to eat, let alone
Bro,
eat McDonald's."
I'm out here, bro. I'm out
So you
here
about to
lightheaded.
with a
I'm out
empty
here.
stomach.
So I'm about to
So
go
you
in
get
there with
McDonald's
Alright, bro.
involved. I said, "There's at least
Who
get
said
some-
stop at McDonald's?
I
He
did.
did.
I did.
Okay.
I did. You feel me? Now listen, I ain't get spanked. You feel me? There's a difference between getting
He almost threw it to the
beaten
ring.
and being spanked.
He
You
was-
feel me?
he
Can
got
he
it.
let me finish, son? Because
Well, I
you
gotta
wouldn't
tell
get in the ring
you,
with
I
me
gotta tell you that
regardless.
my kids go to McDonald's all the time, on a daily basis. You know, so
And they work out.
they come in and they work out. And I agree with you, McDonald's, that food at McDonald's, that's not good food. But at the same time, a lot of things we do aren't good for us, you know, and health-wise.
Mhm.
But what I do, I bless my food. I bless it for the nourishment of my body and the uplifting of His kingdom. You know,
So we
I
can
mean-
eat anything.
Scripture. I remember reading some things in Scripture where it tells you that, you know, they tried to poison Paul and a few of the other apostles all the time, or tried to do something. But
he
the
did was bless
blessing
the
over
food.
the food, the blessing over what your intake, you know, kept you safe.
But Lee, it's McDonald's. You can bless it. Jesus himself can touch it. It's still McDonald's. It's not. You know.
I ain't get spanked, but I was rusty. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
like you could have gone like at least Wendy's or Subway got a chicken.
What's the
sandwich.
difference?
Well, it's a little healthier, just a little
Who
bit.
told you that?
You know, FDA.
Fast food. It's fast food.
Yeah.
You can't get tuna from Subway.
So
That ain't tuna.
It's all. You get a chicken.
Is that, are you sure that's
is
chicken?
Fast food.
I don't know.
McDonald's,
So why you talking?
Wendy's, whatever the other restaurant cooking it like that. Fast food is fast food. That's how I look at it.
But it's like, but I'm saying, okay, let's get into it. You a boxing coach.
Mm-hmm.
I understand kids will be kids. You're gonna get that McDonald's. You're gonna get that
Not
Wendy's.
not at all. I don't recommend it. But guess what? When they leave here, their parents might stop by McDonald's before they come here. They will come in with shakes. You know, all I can do is teach them the right thing to do and give it to them the right way. You know, if they do it, they do it. If they don't,
Right.
you know. But I do teach my kids to pray.
Pray.
To pray.
Yeah.
Bless
It's a
your
ministry.
Bless your food.
It's a
Pray
boxing
for the
ministry.
day.
Where
With
you
a
get?
side of celery.
Yes, what a side
Prayer
of
helps
celery.
all things, bro. You didn't know that? When you give it to God, anything is possible for him.
But-
Anything. Do you ever heard
I
of
need to
that?
use the bathroom.
All things is possible for him.
I'll be right back, yo.
You know, where you might mean to do something bad for me, God will turn it out to be good. Make it good. You think you getting at me, and next thing you know, I'm prospering.
Right.
Or something good is happening for me.
Through hard work and dedication, of course.
That too.
Yeah. But in terms of your health and wellness,
All right, you proven your point. You told me that it was bad. I agree with you that McDonald's was bad for you. Didn't I agree?
right?
Okay. Okay.
So all right. So let me. So then.
He want to linger on the McDonald's thing.
No, I'm not trying to link on
Yeah.
McDonald's. It's like okay. How about this? I'm not a God person. I'm not a God fearing man.
You should be.
I'm a very spiritual person, but I've
Isn't
been-
God spiritual?
I don't know.
Or you don't know God's not a spirit?
Well, I mean, there are spirits out there. I mean, like spirits and energies. I do understand that because like I've been through things too that I've had to understand, or else I would be a whole different person.
So you've never called on God.
I used to because because me and him we were raised in a Christian household. You know what I'm saying? And then we diverged from that, like everybody.
So even in your diversity, even when you moved away from God, even when you call yourself not believing, when something really, really bad happened for you, who would you call on? Who would you talk to? When you couldn't talk to anybody else, anybody with flesh, who would you talk to?
I talk to myself.
Talk to yourself?
I reflect on the instance in question. You know, I mean, well, how bad is it? Because now I evaluate things in a different light. I look at what happened, who was involved, and then I try to get everything in between. Because a lot of things that happen now, like let's just say in regards to the podcast, you know, something happens. It's my fault. We was late. We were late. Why'd it happen? I could have said traffic. Or I could just be like, I should have just left the house. I should have just woken up an hour earlier. And we'd be at least on time. You know, that's how I see things going on now. And then when it comes to like so taking things into self-reflection, that's how I do it now. Certain things aren't my fault, and I have to look at that. I could blame myself all I want, but that'll just put me to depression.
So you never call on God for anything, man?
I mean, last time
You never call on a God for anything. Let me say that to you.
A God, okay, now A God's different. The Christian God, you know, your God. That's the question, because is there God? I can't say. I say Gaia. I say
You say what?
Gaia. You know, the earth goddess and everything, the earth spirit. And then, you know, dudes. I asked my mother this, and she said she doesn't know if there is a God. She knows that there's a higher power. What's the higher power? The sun. So I'm like, okay, you Helios and Apollo.
Higher power is the sun?
Right. Because that's the highest power we got right now. I mean, if you look at it, grows your crops, gives you CO2. I mean, vitamins and all that. So it's, you know, and I get it. I'm not here to challenge nobody. I mean, I am here to.
What I miss?
We're talking about God now.
Okay.
I'm not here to disrespect nobody.
Bro,
But
you're not
need to talk.
respecting me. You know, for me, his name is Jesus. Jesus is his name. Saving the world is his claim to fame. I love the Lord, and I love the road that he set me on. And I'm going to continue to teach these kids. I'm going to continue to guide them and hope that they follow that road that I'm trying to show them. And believe me, it's not by me, but by him who sent me. You know? It's not by me. Nothing that I do is by me. You know? Because me, I'm no good. Me, I'm no good. But him, he's all good. And that's how I look at it. And he's shown me time after time after time that he's real. When the guns clicked in my face and didn't fire. When the dope that I sniffed didn't kill me. Time after time after time. I'm telling you, couldn't have been nobody but him. Not fate. I'm just telling you. There's many things in life that we are being, even the unbeliever, are being saved from. I think there's something I wrote today about God's favor with many of us. Many of us have favor in the Lord. You know? You laughing?
No, I just thought I said stuff.
You know, you laughing.
No, I thought I said
many
no.
of us have favor for real. Let me see if I can find that for you. That I wrote.
And
And
get Chiron with this man.
And
See what he says. You know, so I want him to go back and forth.
I'm gonna tell Tyrone.
No.
He
Chiron.
Chiron would believe it. A
I'm
boogie.
Yeah, Papa Boogie.
My son would. He be fucking with me. That's 125. 125. 125.
Locked and loaded, bro.
125.
How am I doing a better job than you, bro?
It is what it is, bro.
Are you coming to the gym or what? Nah, I'll talk to you when you get here. Alright? That's Elijah. That's one of my number one kids.
Yeah.
I remember him when he was chunky, small and
Remember
chunky.
you slept with him? Okay.
Small and chunky.
This is what I said. I says, I believe that there are many of us who God has blessed with favor. But there are many of us who abuse that favor and believe that they know best or better than God. So God puts them in a situation that will bring us home to Him. We should love the Lord despite our condition or our situation.
Mm-hmm.
I found that to be because of situations presented to me. Presented to me. So remember, God is in charge, not you. So I say that to say that there's a lot of us, we think that we're doing something so great. Not at all. Sometimes He puts you in situations that you can't do nothing else but call on Him. Think about it.
For the sake of vanity?
No, not vanity. For the sake of you. You don't get it?
No, because he said, didn't God give man free will, right?
He does.
Okay, so if God gave man free will to do whatever, right? I would leave it to believe that, okay, He created you from the clay, put you with the energy, put the energy in that clay. We came to life, then gave us free will right afterwards, and then said, you do as you wish. Whatever you wish.
It wasn't that
But
simple.
He gave you a roadmap. He gave you a roadmap.
Yeah, you got the map.
Don't act like you didn't know there was a roadmap. You're putting it where it's okay. God made you, created you, and told you, okay, you have your own free will. You can do whatever you please. There's rules and regulations to almost everything, I think.
Yeah,
You know?
no, the law
So
of the nature.
so you can kill your partner right there, and it's okay. It's okay. Or you can run into some type of neighborhood and kill all the kids. It's okay because He gave you free will. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say.
Well, no, but isn't that what He just said?
He says for vanity. It's for vanity.
I said.
So it's kind of like that in a way.
I'm just saying. What
You
he
ain't
said.
say it, but that's basically what you're
You
saying.
said He gave you free will to do whatever you want to do, and that's cool. So why I can't do it? That's what you're telling me.
I said no. I'm saying that if He gave you free
You know,
will,
I used to run around here. Listen, I used to run around this place calling myself God. Peace, God. I used to run around here calling myself God. Justice, God, Allah. What God? That's what I used to do when I was raised in the church. I was raised in the church, brother. And believe me, those lessons that I learned while I was running around trying to be a 5%er, believe me, they had value.
5%.
Are you hearing me? They had
5%,
those lessons that I learned.
The rich folk, the
You
people
know
with power,
what that is?
people with power.
No. I don't hear 5%. I hear 1%. I ain't
You
5.
don't know about 5%?
I don't hear about 5%.
No, do you?
No. We don't hear about. We hear about.
You up at Poughkeepsie and don't know about God body?
The 1%.
You don't know
God
about,
body.
You don't
Word.
know about the God body?
He don't know them. He don't know all of them.
See, I went to Holy Trinity. We went to Holy Trinity back in the day. You know
You don't even understand what I'm saying, dude.
Nah.
It's good.
It is what it is. It is what
I
it is.
appreciate what you talking. No,
But listen,
He don't live that life.
Listen, bro, I've been through a whole lot, and for men who was reared up, my grandmother raised me up. I used to go to church three times a week, bro. Choir practice, prayer service,
Bible
and
study.
Sunday. Well, 4 times a week because I used to have to go to Bible study too. And I was bad. I don't want to go to a church. I want to hang out in the streets. So, when the 5%ers came to Newburgh, I got to, getting on board, and I just run around calling myself God. Peace, God.
It's deep.
Peace,
It's
God.
deep, bro. Gangsta shit.
Yo,
Feel
I'm
me?
just saying, I'm not
Gangsta
knocking
shit.
that
Bro,
because
I don't know.
they believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But I came home. I came back to what I was raised to believe. But I found out that many of their lessons, there's nothing wrong with them.
So the 5%ers are.
What? They can sell God.
They what?
God.
They sell God? I didn't.
I don't want you to get it. They consider themselves God.
Oh, so like, explain. I need you to explain. We
You
never
did.
heard.
You did.
You just
before.
explained. You
You
just explained it.
before.
It's what you
God
just said.
They're incredibly arrogant people. They're just arrogant.
So it's all good.
You said
Why you
God
can't
gave
put the
us
whole
free.
good explain?
You said God gave us free will to do whatever we want. You said you didn't believe in. You said you didn't believe in a God. You believe in the spirituality. Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure you said that.
Yeah. There are energies out
Okay.
there.
That's the 5%ers.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
so then say that. Don't
That's
be
what
like,
he
so-
said.
That's what I'm trying
He
to
said
figure
that
out.
you said that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right, so
But then
why you
here's the thing.
asking?
I'm saying that I'm going off what you said. No,
You
it
said
says
you
in the-
believe that you were God, basically.
I didn't.
That's what you said, basically.
Well, I wasn't gonna go.
Didn't
You control your
Did
own
you not
fate.
hear that?
Wait a minute.
Or you didn't? Did you not hear that?
In a way, yes.
Did you not hear that?
In
I'm
a
almost
way,
sure
yes.
that you said that.
I didn't mean it through that because I can get into that too.
Let's
I don't wanna
go.
get into that. I just want to have a podcast so I can get out there and get to work with my kids, bro.
All right. You ain't here for that.
We getting ready to get some sparring on out there now.
Spawn.
Sparring.
I want to
Oh,
see.
Yeah. All right.
Put it this way. God gave us free will,
Amen.
and we made rules and regulations to make sure that we're perfection.
We didn't make those rules. We didn't make those rules.
We made those rules. There's rules we made.
I mean, there's rules that
But
we
listen,
did
but
make.
I believe that the rules that we made, I believe that he blessed them. He said, give Caesar what Caesar's is Caesar's and give me what's mine. Didn't he say that?
Mhm.
There's rules and regulations that we have to follow by on this earth.
But that's facts. But like,
And-
that's
and
what he's saying.
evidently, he must have ordained them or blessed them. He must have. Because if he didn't, they wouldn't be about.
Shit, there was, mind you, there was only, my bad. My bad. Mind you, there was one rule that God had when he first created the earth or whatever.
No, you invited in here.
Pull up.
You
Pull
invited
up.
in here, bro.
Pull up right quick.
You
No,
are
pull up
invited.
right quick. Pull
You
up right
invited
quick.
in here.
Pull up.
Somebody in here. Superstar.
Wait.
I know you was coming in anyway. You seen these
My
cameras.
son Eli. Eli.
That's Elijah Williams.
Feel me? How you living?
That's my
Young champion right here.
superstar boxer.
Young champion. Know what I'm saying? Out here. You know what I'm saying?
No, humble Eli's in the building. See what I'm
Thought you
saying?
was the bully, boss.
I was a bully back then. He was young. He was like, bro, he was like this
You
big.
remember?
Yeah, bro. He was like this big
You know
when
they
he
in
was
here-
sparring.
they-
He,
you know they
hey,
in here
I ain't
beating
here
me
no
up
more.
about
You
God.
know this.
You-
I passed the rock. I
You
passed the rock.
beating me up about God. Why you leaving?
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? He knows what's up. He knew what
Let's
was up.
get into it, cause I understand. you busy.
we shouldn't.
No. I mean, like, let's move on because we it's been almost an hour.
Just know that I love the Lord, and I'm going to try to do what's right by Him.
As you
You
should.
know, I might not be correct in everything that I say or do, because sometimes I'm not, but I try to be, and I love the Lord, and that's who I follow.
Right, and I ain't trying to, bust no chops or nothing like that. I just want to know everybody's perspectives. That's why I do this.
Okay.
I want to learn, boss. Doing this for knowledge. So we keep in count. You don't like cussing. Speaking of which, you don't like cussing. Not in your gym.
Nah.
No cussing.
No cussing. I mean,
Is anything?
for some people, it's okay. You know. Some parents let their child curse, but for me, that's just, I don't like it because it's a disrespectful manner. You know, it's a way that I don't consider good. You know, if your child, or if a child period is cursing and using vulgar language, I don't think that's good. I was reared up not to use it, even though I did use it, but I was chastised when I did use it. So, I think that's a way of teaching someone the right thing to do or the right way to act. That's not a good look. It's an ugly look to be using vulgar language at your face, I think that's a real ugly way to look, and I don't feel like children should be doing that. I don't feel like anybody should be doing it really, but children, no. They should be taught not to do that, that way they'll grow up
respectful.
realizing that, cursing and using vulgar language and acting like an idiot ain't good. At least they were taught that. At least I try to give them that.
I have this thing going on with my mom and everything. I'm 23. And
You what?
I have this thing.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Wow.
See this? I still get it.
Okay.
Bro, I was 18 in the 7th grade. It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? But so I got this thing going on where she looks at me like, cause I run my mouth, man. I'm keeping it PC right now out of respect for you and letting us in your spot. I appreciate it. But it's like, bro, you see the old podcast, say this and that. Ask her, I say this and that, dog.
Gets crazy.
Yikes!
It gets crazy.
So what's it called?
There's many other ways to express yourself without using vulgar language.
That's what I was.
There's many other ways that a person your podcast could be, and not even have to use a foul word.
That's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? I mean,
That is facts.
There's many other ways.
Right.
And maybe you should think about trying that. I mean, with all that effing and MFing and I'm a SU and I'm a, all that other stuff.
I'm a SU. What?
SU, whatever. I'm just saying.
I don't know, bro.
Wait a minute.
I don't know,
What
bro.
you mean?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Wait a
Now you
minute.
got whatever, bro. Whatever. I'm just saying
It's
what
all
these
good.
kids are saying, bro.
Wait.
What?
Things the things kids say. You know how
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. You want me to shoot you?
That's different. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That ain't no curse word though.
That's a curse word in my gym.
Shoot.
Shooting somebody?
Well,
Said shoot the jab. Blah. You know what I mean? Stop playing with me.
Now you going on.
it's I'm gonna shoot you. What?
But
I mean, like
in the city of Newburgh, a lot of people get shot. You do know that.
Right.
In Poughkeepsie, a lot of people get shot. You do know that.
especially
Shoot,
today.
seven people.
So
seven people
when,
got
when a
shot.
kid get mad at someone, kid get beat up in here and walk out. Now, come on, I don't be wanting to hear stuff like that.
Right.
You know, my son got shot over here. You know, so
Shoot, I got shot at over here. Different.
all the time. You're funny. This guy's funny.
It's facts, though. It's definitely facts. Oh yeah, nah,
This
he's
guy's
hilarious.
funny.
This dude
We
hilarious.
saw a dude flip his bike over here.
It was a while back. I was going through some stuff with my ex or whatever, and he came through to save me. So we went to PK. But as we were going
Saved
to PK, yeah, he saved me. Yeah, bro, he saved me a couple of
Done a lot
times.
of rescue, being
You
robbed.
feel me?
Done a lot of rescue missions.
You feel me? Shouts out my son Rob. You know he the real one. But I was going through some stuff. But besides that, as we were going down Liberty, there was this dude on this bike. He's chilling or whatever. I'm talking my problems. As soon as we see Mans, he goes over this curb and he flips over the bike. You know what I mean, bro? It was funny. It was honestly hilarious. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? I definitely, yeah, you had to be there because it's just like, imagine you just driving your van, you chilling, you dropping the kids off, and you just see this dude on this bike moving. And then he just flips over the bike, gets up like nothing happens, and keeps it moving. Nah, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was definitely hilarious.
I understand.
Word.
Nah, but yeah. So I understand. There's a way to tell somebody to suck your meat without telling them to suck your meat.
What? What is this? Wait, hold on.
He understands. Articulation, I mean.
Okay.
Putting the words together so that people can understand. You can
I don't think nobody was talking about sucking meat,
But
though.
you know what I mean, though, bro? Disrespectfully.
Listen, you hear all kind of stuff in this gym.
Nah, facts. Back in the day, they were wild. It was wild.
I mean,
It was real wild.
Even now, to some point, still wild.
Mm-hmm.
I've stood in here and watched kids curse in front of their parents while their parents were standing there. And I look at the parent, and the parent
It's like you ain't
really
doing-
say anything. And that confuses me.
Right.
That confuses me because all it lets me know is that you let this child at home just curse up a storm.
Run his mouth.
You let this child at home say whatever he want to say. Where's the discipline at?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the discipline? As much as I try to give the discipline, you don't. We're not helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
So when he tells you, no, I ain't doing this and I'm doing that, whose home is this? You get me? You have parents today, let these kids say whatever they want to say and do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Have parents that let kids smoke weed in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a good thing. I don't care if they legalized it, whatever. I don't think that's a good thing.
You know,
To smoke in front of your parents, I feel you.
here he goes. Shut up.
As a kid,
Stop it.
To smoke,
a
to
kid.
smoke. I mean, if you become an adult, you understand what I'm saying? Cigarettes, even cigarettes at one point was
cigarettes
was
is
a good-
nasty, man.
But but to smoke weed, the gateway to many other drugs, in front of your that's a gateway, bro.
You consider it a gateway.
It's a gateway.
I haven't heard
Me,
that.
I've respected you for so long, and
It's a
now
gateway.
it's changed, bro.
Listen, it's a gateway.
That's crazy.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
Listen,
so I haven't heard
let me explain something to you. Anybody can say what they want to say, but more addicts, the first drug or the first thing they smoked, the first drug that they had was weed. Ask any addict. Ask any addict you know.
I
Just
mean-
pick one out off the street and says, "What's the first drug you ever had?" And I bet you he tell you weed. These people so full of crap running around here talking about it's not a gateway, it's a medicine. It may be a medicine. It may be a medicine, but it's still a gateway. First drug I ever had, weed.
just basic weed.
Smoke it
Sometimes it's alcohol.
Huh?
Sometimes alcohol.
Possibility, but I'm telling you, the most people I know, it's weed. All the crackheads, all the dope fiends, all the pill poppers.
Listen,
What-
I smoke some my weed, man, but I ain't
Truthfully,
motherfucking smoking crack or doing dope and shit like that. Real nigga shit. Like, nah, I'm sorry, Lee. I know you ain't want no cursing in here, but it's just like, my bad, bro. My bad, bro.
almost 200, man.
My bad, man. But it's just like, I ain't doing none of that. You know, I have my once in a while.
Just one of the lucky ones.
You know, it could tell your brain that it's okay to insert.
No, I'm also one of the lucky ones.
You feel me?
Yeah.
My weed, that's it.
And that's a blessing if you don't move on to the next one. You know?
It could also be like, you know, it tells your brain that it's okay to intake foreign objects. That
Well,
aren't
that might work for some people.
No.
But let me say this to you.
No, I don't mean that.
For me,
health-wise.
let me keep it on I.
Go ahead.
So you guys can understand.
Go ahead.
For me,
Go ahead.
for me, it doesn't work.
Word.
I don't drink
Nope.
I don't smoke. I don't do anything that has anything with changing my mind.
I respect it.
Mood altering substance, I do not mess with.
What about sex?
Sex?
The change up! The fluid up!
That's not a drug.
It's an addiction. It could be an addiction. You could be an addiction. It could be a.
Listen.
Marijuana sets off dopamine, which is a chemical in your brain.
Say what you want to say.
Nice.
Say what you want to say. Without sex, you wouldn't be here.
He definitely
Without sex, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. And you wouldn't be here. That is something God ordained. Ordained.
That's why pulling out's
I've
a sin.
It is.
Pulling out's a sin.
I have kids in marriage and kids out of marriage. Yes, but guess what? I'm not gonna. No, I don't know. Some people do kill people over sex.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna.
There's people killing themselves over sex.
Listen, I'm not gonna be shooting some dope in my arm and OD.
Not me.
If I'm sexing, I'm not gonna OD and die. And die.
Well, listen, it all
With dope,
depends
you
on how
die.
much you're doing that.
Cocaine, you die. Crackheads die.
Herpes?
STD?
Now you wanna
Nah, because it's real. Sex can't kill you.
Crazy with it.
Sex can't kill
I'm
you.
being real with you.
Sex
man.
can't kill you.
AIDS, man.
Now,
You
I'm
saw AIDS.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
That, no,
No, Lee, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm right there with you, boss. Like you tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah, he's the most sober person that I
took
know.
3 tokes. I said I'm done. Nah, that, man.
that's a great thing, bro.
Right.
But he won't tell you. But listen,
He called
but
me
listen,
depressed once
but
he took
listen.
advantage of me.
No, I didn't. No, I
Violate.
didn't. I said it's up to you.
Violate.
I said it's up to you.
And I was at a low point.
I never said, yo, you a loser if you don't do anything. Nah,
All you
son.
have to do is say, Lord, seek him.
He believes in Darwin. He believes in Darwin.
Why you didn't call on Darwin?
Call Darwin.
I mean, you believe in Darwin?
Females call on Tyrone, so I guess I could do that.
I'm just saying, if you get that depressed and you
I'm done.
believe that, if you believe that Darwin is all that, call on Darwin.
I do.
You know?
I do.
Yeah, what?
I do.
You call on Darwin.
I sit on Darwin's name.
He's on Darwin's name. I don't need this. Nah, bro, no.
Not on that particular moment.
No.
But anyway, listen, back to the main thing.
Yeah, bro,
You're
he
right.
smoked
because
a little
we can
bit
get
of
into
weed.
that because that's the whole thing in itself. What's it called? I'm going to give you about 4 more minutes and then we'll close it up, right?
Okay.
What
He
is
took
it?
3 hits and took 31 pieces of chicken
We
from
got
Kennedy's.
time for that story.
Got him right.
What's it called? Why are you in Newburgh? Why are you in Newburgh?
Why? Am I in Newburgh?
Yeah,
I was
you've been
raised in Newburgh.
here, there, and everywhere, though. Deacon, you a deacon. You believe in the kids. The kids been speaking. Oh, I should lead into that. All right. No. We can talk about. Can we talk
You
about?
said 4 minutes.
Talk about the kids and the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kids and what?
The kids in the pocketing. Where they would pocket your stuff.
Oh yeah, they always stealing this stuff. We can talk about it.
Got you, boss. So it's like, you've experienced some stuff from the children. I mean, but that goes into the whole you trying to change the community and everything
There
like
you
that.
go.
You know. So it's like it's that bad where they in here. You got a lock on your soda and your water.
If I don't, it'll be gone.
Word. Which I was like, I saw it. I was like, dang.
But that's sort of you lead by an example. You know, they know they'll take from me if I don't lock it up. But they know that's not what I want them to do. You understand what I'm saying? So it'll come back to them somehow, in some way. It'll come back to them, and they'll understand. Oh, that's why we always lock the stuff up.
The karma, you know,
It'll
the
come back.
knowledge.
They want to steal from me. It'll come back.
Heck yeah. They need some water and they
Like
sparring.
I told you in the beginning, I've done a lot of things in life. You know? A lot of things. Ungodly things. Things that wasn't right. And I had to pay for them through prison, through whatever. And when things come back to me now, things happen to me now that I think that's unfair, I got to remember that, you know what? I haven't always been fair to other people. I haven't always been that guy. So, you know, I accept it and I keep moving it. You know, and I ask God to help me with it. You know, at least I have him.
So with that passivity though, like the kid takes something from you and then even though you look at it like, hey, you know, I kind of deserve that for what
No,
I
I
did.
never said I deserve it.
No, bro.
Don't get that mixed
You
up.
had it
bro.
coming.
I
No,
don't even have
he
it
said
coming.
anything that ever happens to him in life, like if it was like something bad and it ain't fair, he's like, it doesn't matter. I wasn't fair at one point. It is what it is.
And like,
He's
what goes
saying the same thing.
All right.
So then what is it then?
No, I said you were saying the same thing. You understood what I was saying.
Karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's sort of that way.
That's what I mean. Like what went around came around.
Yeah,
What's
come
up?
On over.
Whoa,
Come talk
whoa.
about Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Come on and talk about Jesus.
You ain't about it, Brody?
Oh, so you want to come and say, don't make Mr. Lee
Ta-
say
yeah,
something about
wait.
Elijah.
We live. All right.
Wait.
You know.
So how much back on the camera? You got 1 bar. How much? How many? 1 bar?
We good. Go ahead.
Just want to say something about Mr. Lee.
Word. Talk to us, bro.
You know, Mr. Lee. Back in the day, he used to be tough. You know, he used to be a tough individual.
Mhm.
Very outgoing.
Sunset used to be.
He got a little soft on these kids nowadays.
Mhm.
He got a little soft on them.
Mhm.
But, you know, he still tries to be tough with me. You know, his time is up. He's a muffin out, old timer. All that tough time, you know. So he tries to, you know, tough, but you know he's a good person. You know, he keep everybody here in check, even though he's still soft. But you know, he keep everybody in check. You know, he makes sure he's about the kids first. Even though I'm his pro, he handles the kids first, and then comes to handle me. You know, got a good gym going on around here. There's a lot of false information out there. So, you know, we need to clear that up because whatever they got going on out there don't got nothing to do with the gym. You know, all that false information about Lee's a crook, Lee's this and that. As long as I knew Lee since I was 8 years old. I'm 18. That's 10 years.
Mhm.
He ain't never stabbed me in the back. Even though we was knuckleheads. You know we was
Yeah. Nah, big facts.
He ain't never
Big
stabbed
facts.
me in the back. Always, you know, took care of us. Made sure we was good, even when we was in the wrong, you know. So, you know, I just wanted to come on here and say that he's a good person, even though he's soft now, you know.
And he's turning people into pros.
Get that back to you.
Go to Hook
I owe you
Lee's.
for that, bro. I'm gonna show you just how soft I am.
It's about to get real. It's about to get real.
That was cute.
Now I remember
Nah,
he
that's-
used
that's my boy.
this dude.
He's learned a lot. Believe me. I remember when the police was coming up in here. He's learned a lot. Yeah.
Bro. It's different, bro. It's different over here. I remember he used to have us run around this whole block.
Yeah.
Whole block about 5-6 times. Right before you spar anybody.
You know, but Newburgh is really not different from any other town, any other town with the less fortunate in it. Like a lot of our kids, they're not rich or whatever, but it's no difference from any other low income area. You understand what I'm saying? Like Poughkeepsie. Newburgh's no different from Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie got a lot of stuff going on. I used to hang out in Poughkeepsie.
Ah,
Before
Poughkeepsie's
you guys were
wildin'
born.
right now.
You guys wasn't even around then.
Yeah, PK wildin' right now.
Crazy right now.
Yeah.
Right
PK
now.
at this moment, PK is wildin' right now. 7 people shot in 2 days. 2 days, and that ain't nothing.
6.5 a day.
Well,
Plus a stab.
You know what? You guys might need some real fasting and praying. Fast and pray, bro.
You
You
see,
know?
I don't. You see, I fast, but not for the actual reason to fast. There's just
No,
times I
pray
just
for
don't
each other
eat.
though. The thing is, we gotta learn to pray
Not
for each
eating.
other, bro.
Or not indulging
You know?
in certain things that you
Hungry
indulge
right
in
now.
every day.
You're hungry?
You always hungry, dog.
I am too.
It is what it is.
It's just me. Off my back, boy. All right, last thing, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So let's get into that. So the difference between PK, we've all been hearing stuff about PK, like Newburgh for years, and the difference between PK and Newburgh, like, not to say PK's not without his problems, especially right now, like we've been saying. But, like, Newburgh, I know there's been that rivalry. Y'all been the butt of our jokes for a minute. For a good minute, man.
And then in the same way, listen, it goes vice versa too.
Let him
It's
go.
vice versa
Let
too.
him go, bro.
Nah, because
him go.
I lived both
Let him
worlds.
finish.
I lived both worlds.
Let him finish.
So okay. And then this is a two-parter. There's that, because I want you to go on that. And then I also want you to go, do you feel like you're making any real difference?
Well, I hope.
And
I
what
hope.
you're doing, like from the bits that you've done, you know, the cop and Eli and the boy who's a state trooper, do you feel it?
Yeah. I
Those
feel
two right there, and then we'll close it with those.
Well, I hope that I am, and I really feel like, yes, I am making a difference. I am making better young men, better young women. I think the kids are learning. They don't show it a lot, but they're learning. They getting it. And as far as Newburgh and Poughkeepsie, Newburgh's never beat Poughkeepsie. I mean, Poughkeepsie has never beat Newburgh at anything.
Ah, you see?
At anything.
See, you should have never even
Basketball,
started that, bro.
football, and definitely boxing. Ask Kareem.
Let's go.
Since you want to go there, the rivalry has been forever. And in my time growing up, the 70s. Oh, come on.
Bro, I may have to be.
The 70s.
I have to root for my gym.
The 70s.
Like Kareem cool or what?
I
Kareem
love
cool
Kareem.
or whatever.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he cool.
Listen, he's the man, but he ain't gonna beat my kids. Never. And I think he got one kid that was over there that might be 11-0 as a pro now.
Ty?
Nah.
Ty's just about to go pro.
Yeah.
Ty just lost a fight that he won. So let's not start that.
He said
okay?
Ty won the fight and he lost the fight that
listen,
he won.
And I got love for Ty. I got love for Ty because he's a good person.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Maybe when he see this podcast, he might hate me, but I'm
It's
just
crazy.
So let's go, old man.
Listen, old man ain't doing nothing.
Nah, he just had to send Eli at
I'm
him.
gonna pray for him. That's what I'm gonna do. But I was talking about Dominique Crowder,
Oh, snap.
11-0.
Word.
You know,
That's man's.
he's really something. He came out of Poughkeepsie, or out of Poughkeepsie gym. Actually, he's from Maryland, but I think your boy Kareem brought him up, taught him a lot of stuff, and you know I give him credit for that because it started with Kareem. I believe that it started with Kareem, and Dominique is the man.
I may need to come back to this gym on some
He
other
might
joint.
be one of the best to come out of this area, period. Dominique is the man. I give credit where credit's due. But in all, Newburgh is the one, number one. We're the one.
I have a question.
What?
Whatever happened to that short Hispanic dude, Golden Gloves dude that I was sparring years ago? Guy in Golden Gloves. He won the Golden Gloves, well, or was in the Golden Gloves like 6 years
You're
ago.
not talking about Jamie.
I think so.
Jamie Estrada?
Yeah, short dude.
He beat you up.
Beat the crap out of me,
Yeah.
son. Where he been?
I don't know, but he was Ray Rivera's protege. He was in mine. He was in my gym a couple of times, but
Where?
you know, Paco. I think Paco worked with him. Paco, and you remember Biz Peterson? His last name Peterson. His picture is in there on the wall.
Don't remember.
That was his
I can't remember.
stepson.
Where?
Yeah. But
What happened to homie with the mohawk? I know he came out of here. Skinny dude. He was real skinny. One of the fastest people you had here. Wasn't winning any of his fights though like that. I don't think so. I think he won like 4 of them. He had like a mohawk and all that. Mad skinny.
How long ago was this?
Same time I was around.
That was a long time ago.
6 years ago. About 6 years ago.
Nah, I don't know.
Shoot, I remember Dan. I remember Matt. I remember Bam. I remember Elijah. I just forgot man's name. He had a whole little mohawk or whatever. Short mohawk. He was probably one of the quickest people in this gym. I remember Marquise. I remember you had this one dude. He was real skinny. I think he was like pushing 140, 150. Went pro. He was going pro.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Dooney?
Dooney. That's his name. Dooney. How he been?
Richard Bonds?
Yeah. What happened to man?
His hand right now is broken. He broke his hand.
Wow.
He was back in the gym. He was here for a while.
Fire. Word. I need to get back up in here, get my defense up.
He was back, and he had came back. I think he broke his hand doing mitts or hitting the bag. I don't know, but he's not here anymore.
Dang. He was quick. He was real quick.
All right. I guess we'll wrap up.
Okay.
Well,
Thank y'all very much for watching.
appreciate you, Lee,
Yeah, you know,
giving us your time. You know,
Thanks.
you got champions you need to start training right now, so my bad for
I
taking
appreciate
that
you guys
time.
coming over and let me do your podcast or whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
Well, word.
Got me on camera. It's all right.
Word. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is what we do.
I hope people learn from it. I hope it's, it's good.
There's people that's gonna learn from this. There's a couple of people that's gonna hear this.
And down the line, we can come back.
Yo, you gotta show me it too. How do I find it? How do I find this?
It's on YouTube. I'll show you.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! How many people gonna be looking at this?
Right now,
Oh
a
my
couple
God.
hundred.
Lord Jesus!
Couple of hundred.
I hope I said everything right.
Yeah. You said everything you had to say. Yeah, you did everything right.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Whatever. I can hear people like.
You gotta send him the
names too, bro. Here, I got other names. Is that Black over there? Or Justice? Yeah, people know me by those names. I still answer to them because that's who I am.
Right.
That's who I was.
You ain't getting it.
Even though I changed for the better, still answer to a lot of different things,
Well, word.
But when I answer with a different personality, a different,
You ain't the same Black you was before.
amen,
You know.
or the same justice,
Word.
I let him know that his name is Jesus.
Huh.
Jesus is his name.
Uh-huh.
Saving the world is his claim to fame. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Bars.
Thank you, Lord, for saving me.
We out of here.
Boss, thank y'all very much for watching. Lee, what? Give them the address of your thing, of your gym, boss.
401 Washington Street, Newburgh, New York.
There we go.
Want to come over here and get some work? I'm here.
So,
I'm
hook
here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday,
Where can they find
from 4 to 10. My number is 845-857-0162. If you guys want to come through, give me a call. Let me know.
That's the first time we ever got anyone's number on the
I don't
podcast.
know about that.
Bold.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
Hey, screw it.
Very much.
It's what it is. It's business.
What's
Very
bold?
much.
It's business.
Put your whole phone number out there. Is that your cell, boss?
That's this phone right here.
He's
Why
a
I care
G.
about somebody having my number?
It's what
All
it
right,
is.
boss. Thank y'all
We
for
outie.
Light podcast. Ike Stay High Dixon, Philly B.
Wait a minute. Before you in, why would I care about anybody having my number?
Bro, it's your number. It's your cell.
Is what it is.
I use it for business also.
Yeah, the business line and then the.
Now this
I
is
don't
business.
I'm not that rich yet. to
He
have
said,
two
I don't got
lines.
two phones.
I got one phone.
He said, I don't got two
Everything
phones.
comes through this phone.
All right. That's what I meant, though. It's a bit bold.
It don't bother. Listen, if I don't want to answer, I don't answer. If I answer it, it may benefit me,
Fair enough.
or it may not.
Smashcast Live. You feel me? We out of here.
In the description. I'll put it. I got you. In the description. Phil, cut the camera.
Feel me? We outie.